Over 50 years ago, a heartbreaking family secret was buried in silence. A secret that shaped the life of one of comedy's most fearless voices, Sarah Silverman. What really happened to her baby brother Jeffrey? The truth is darker than anyone expected, and it's only now coming to light. If you want to hear the untold story behind this tragedy, how it changed Sarah's life, and what it reveals about family, trauma, and healing, stick around. And before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive into stories that matter. Over half a century has passed since the tragic and unexpected death of Sarah Silverman's older brother, Jeffrey Silverman, who died at just 3 months old. Yet the mystery and pain surrounding his death have lingered in the Silverman family for decades, only recently revealing a heartbreaking truth. In a candid interview with Rolling Stone published on May 18th, Sarah shared the long-hidden story that her father once confided in her, one that redefined her understanding of the tragedy and cast a somber light on her family's past. For years, the official story Sarah had heard was that Jeffrey's death was a tragic accident involving his crib. The story was that something happened with the crib, and Jeffrey's little body slid and he got suffocated. Sarah explained she has 2 sisters, Susan Silverman, 62, and Laura Silverman, 58, and this version of events had been the accepted explanation within the family. Yet Sarah pointed out a curious detail that raised doubts about the story's accuracy. But if you look back, there was never a lawsuit with the crib company or anything. That absence of legal action suggested the possibility that the official narrative was incomplete. The truth came to light after her late father, Donald Silverman, attended Sarah's 2022 production of Bedwetter, a deeply personal one-woman show. The following year, shortly before his death, Donald shared with Sarah a painful confession about what really happened to Jeffrey. "My dad says, I always felt that he was crying or something, and my dad shook him," Sarah recounted. "He shook him in a rage and killed him. As soon as he said it, it was like, of course, that's what happened." This revelation shattered the old story and revealed that Sarah's late grandfather, Max Silverman, was responsible for the tragedy. Sarah, now 54, also reflected on the family dynamics that contextualize this dark moment. She mentioned that her paternal grandmother, Rose Silverman, always stood by her husband. This loyalty made it difficult to face the painful truth. Openly in the family, Sarah also revealed the practical impossibility of seeking answers from her mother, Beth Ann O'Hara, who died in 2015. "I couldn't ask my mom because she was dead," Sarah said. The story took on even more weight when Sarah shared details about her father Donald's childhood, which was marred by abuse. "His dad beat the SET out of him every day, just mercilessly," she told Rolling Stone. "The cruelty was starkly uneven. He had a younger brother who wasn't touched." Further adding to the harshness of their upbringing, Max Silverman forced the children to call him Mr. Silverman, highlighting a cold and authoritarian family atmosphere. Despite the tragic history, Sarah has found a way to come to terms with her family's past. She began dating Rory Albanese in 2020, and through this relationship and her work, she's processed much of the pain. Yet her relationship with the subject of her brother's death has always been complicated. Remarkably, Sarah recalled addressing the topic as a child, at just 5 years old, through a dark, crude joke. In her 2014 memoir, The Bedwetter, Stories of Courage, Redemption, and Pee, Sarah recounted an incident where her grandmother took the siblings out for a Sunday breakfast at a local diner. As her grandmother instructed everyone to buckle up in the car, Sarah, unaware of the weight of her words, said, "Yeah, we don't want to wind up like Jeffrey." The reaction was immediate and telling. Just silence, Sarah recalled. Her sisters turned and looked at her as if she were crazy, and her grandmother burst into tears. The moment exposed Sarah, even as a child, to the harsh realities beneath the surface of her family's story, and showed her that humor, especially when dealing with tragedy, can have profound consequences. This early experience profoundly shaped Sarah's approach to comedy. She reflected that while she's often been called edgy, there is a protective element in the way she crafts her humor. "In all honesty, there is safety in what I do because I'm always the idiot," she wrote. She explained that by positioning herself as the fool or the ignoramus, she creates a buffer between herself and her audience, allowing her to tackle dark or controversial subjects without alienating people. Unless you're just listening to buzzwords and not taking into account the context of the situation, you see, I'm always the ignoramus. In other words, no matter what she talks about, whether it's tragic events, off-color jokes, or dark scenarios, Sarah is always the character who makes the mistakes or is the punchline. No matter what I talk about or what tragic event, off-color, dark scenario is evoked in my material, I'm always the idiot in it, she concluded. Sarah Silverman's story about her brother Jeffrey's death is a sobering reminder of the hidden pains families often carry, the complexities behind tragic events, and the difficult process of uncovering truths long buried. It also reveals the powerful role that humor and storytelling play in navigating grief and trauma. For Sarah, comedy has been both a shield and a means of connection, a way to wrestle with pain while reaching out to others through laughter, even when the laughter comes with a tinge of sadness. Her willingness to share this deeply personal family secret not only sheds light on the hidden struggles behind her public persona, but also offers a poignant example of how confronting painful truths can lead to healing and understanding. Through her work and openness, Sarah Silverman continues to break down barriers around difficult topics, reminding us all that sometimes the hardest stories are the ones worth telling. Sarah Silverman's story reminds us that behind every comedian's laughter, there's often a deeper, sometimes painful truth. It's a powerful reminder that healing can come through honesty and sometimes humor. If this story moved you or made you think, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who appreciates the real stories behind the headlines. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that go beyond the surface. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.